This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
319. Jumbo.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Garoppolo again here on second and 10. Screen play, McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he will have him in, Demaryius Thomas. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Here's McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
throwing on second. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Zoom, zoom. Run. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
319! 319!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
26.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, it's Jones. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
12.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
White. 13.
Garoppolo on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Like 20, like 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He's got Curse. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. White.
Now Garoppolo. A dump down to McKenna. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Steps away to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
319. Yeah, Liz. 56.
Now Rodgers, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 43 yards. An update now from Oakland. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
319! 319!
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
58!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Rodgers again now. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
319. Hey, check 26. 319.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
On first down, Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Inside.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here's James. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
There we go. By 20. Flag. Check back 27. Check back 27.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
319. No. Off. Zoom.
Snap comes at 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And down he'll go at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down. 319. 399.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's fine. Yeah. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Over. No.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That's fine. Yeah. Four down. Check. Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cummings. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, 4 down. 319. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. No chance.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Get reset. Hey, easy. No. Green 18.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Green 18. Jumbo. Zoom, zoom.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Green 18.
From the gun, Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Hey, gun. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Lucky. 56 to Mike.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go, come on. What out? 319. Slam. Here we go. 58. 56. Check 56. I'm here all day.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
No. 58. 56. Right there. 56. Jump out.
Rodgers now operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Blue 58. Hey, where y'all going? 56, Mike, 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, 88.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That's fine. Yeah. 319. Kill. Hey, where y'all going? Let's get that ball,
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Strong right.
Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Black 80! Black 80!
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Forward right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
I got you. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Green 19! Green 19! March 56! March 56! Green 19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
319, blue 58. On.
Rodgers to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run it with McKinnon, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 38. They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold now out to kick it away. Trevor Davis now to return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Zoom.
Rodgers looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, where y'all going? Check. 4 down. Look at it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. One final try now for Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Green Bay, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.